Yo, it was good.
Yeah.
I took a little selfie of myself in front of the sign. In LA, we got In-N-Out Burgers, and so I was just trying to see what it's gonna be like. But it's right there. I gotta admit, next time I come to Texas, I saw people. I tweeted out like, if you're in Texas, you gotta hit Whataburger for sure. So this is my Q&A. People that want to ask questions, you can line up in the middle, and we can conversate and talk. Other than that, I'm just gonna talk myself. Maybe I don't know. No questions yet? I do poetry. What's up, man? I remember you from yesterday. So how are the donuts? The donuts were amazing. Shout out to Sugar Daddies. They were awesome. You need to go over there. I just got the regular sugar donuts. They actually give you a lot of donuts. They give you too much donuts.
Hashtag Barney.
Shout out to, there's also a cute girl there, of course. So you gotta go say hi to her when she's in. It's always helpful. Questions? What's up, Dom?
Have you been offered to do any voice acting for any other character? Like, have they given you like?
Do I have upcoming stuff coming in? Yes, I do. Voice-wise, there's a lot of stuff you can't really talk about because you have to sign these agreements called NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, which basically says you can't talk about it. So I can't really talk about it. But I'll tell you, like, I'm voicing a character on a big video game that's coming out soon. Like this old video game, it's like a new video game, whatever. It's coming out soon. It's like a fighting game. And then I also do an original voice on a big series that's coming out. So I'm excited about that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Some people know what it is. Don't tell nobody. Yeah.
Hi. I didn't get to ask you my question from yesterday because I was like standing over there and I was like, oh my god, it's Dante.
Why didn't you ask me?
Because everybody in the line had already asked my question, like one after one. I was like, that was my question. Oh, okay, another question.
Here we are now.
But now we are here, and now I can.
Now we're here. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me, baby.
Yesterday, when you mentioned that you liked Homestuck,
Yes. Are you a Homestuck?
Well,
Are you a Homestuck?
yes. For sure.
Me too.
But they asked you who were your ships. Now I want to ask kind of like the opposite. What's your
Who I hate?
your crack shipping?
Oh, crap shipping, like non-canon shipping?
Like really weird shipping.
I don't know if I don't know. I mean,
Any crack pairing?
who are yours?
I don't ship. I kind of just
We all ship a little bit.
just a little bit. But I usually just go with the flow. Like whatever you want, hey, that's cool. But
I'm with
if
that
I
too.
if I had to pick one, I think it'd be really funny. It's what is it like? Aqueous and Peppery.
Okay.
Because like it's just kind of it's weird, but nobody else,
Everybody-
that wouldn't be like the first pick.
A crazy ship that everyone ships is me and Andrew Hussey. Like, funny ship. I see
I
pictures.
can see it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Shout out to all my Homestucks out there. Hi.
Hi. What's your favorite rock band?
My favorite rock band of all time? I'd probably say Red Hot Chili Peppers. Kiss? I like Kiss too. I do like Kiss. My girl just met Gene Simmons for the first time. Went to his house. Said he was a little strange. But it was cool. It was definitely a memorable night. Nice to meet you. I can't believe you like Kiss. What song?
I was made for loving you.
Awesome.
Aw, it's cute.
I like Beth. The song Beth. Beth in the calling. Yeah. Thank you. Wow, she likes Kiss. That's awesome. Hello.
How many conventions have you gone to?
How many conventions have I been to? I just started doing conventions about a year ago, so not a lot. I'd say maybe 7 or so, 7 or 8 maybe. But I've been lucky to go to like here. It was my first time in Texas, and then and then of course I did Comic Con in San Diego, and then I've been to a con in Florida, and I went to Australia, and which was cool, and London, and New Zealand.
You're lucky.
Thank you.
What was the difference between voicing for Zuko and voicing for Jake? What did you have to do?
The difference, I don't know, it's weird. It's kind of like, to me, like, they're different in a way, like how, like there's a sitcom, like a comedy sitcom TV show, like, I don't know, what's a sitcom today? 2.5 Men, or something like that? Or like, The Big Bang Theory, it's like that, as compared to like more of an hour drama kind of show, like, I don't know, what's a good one? Like Game of Thrones or something. So the difference was, to me, was like that. Like some of it was like more, like Jake Long had a lot more comedy and a lot more fun kind of stuff, even though there was action and stuff like that. And then for me, Zuko was more like having to do some more dramatic stuff like Game of Thrones.
That was his question. My question is, can you rap?
Yeah, I can rap. Can you rap? I can do it. I can rap. I wrote this one rap for you guys. It's Avatar fans out there.
Yeah.
So I did this one. We did this remix for this song called "Let It Go."
Oh,
For
damn.
Frozen. But I did a rap to it. And I was like, I'm not gonna sing it. But they wanted to see, like, instead of the Ice Princess, how the Fire Lord.
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
You know what I'm saying? So I did a rap that went like this. What would you do if the world was against you? I mean, your sister's a freak and your father's a beast and he scarred you for life. And what about your mother? She ain't part of your life. And I know if it wasn't for my Uncle Iroh, I'd probably succumb to the darkness. That's when I met the game. That's Toph, Sokka, and Aang. Guitar is where the heart is. She taught me how to heal this pain beneath this armor. And you thought I did it all just to regain my honor. But I don't care what they're gonna say. I let the fight storm rage on, cause the heat never bothered me anyway. Thank you. Okay. Now we're rapping. I want to shout out to this dude. You did the video game stuff earlier? I was over there listening to it. Awesome. I grew up with all that stuff. I mean, it's just kind of cool. Just want to shout out. Oh, thank you, man. Hello, what's your name?
Jessica.
Hey, Jessica.
I had a question. It's kind of serious. I don't know if you've heard
Kind of
about.
serious? We get serious right now? Me and Jessica can get serious right now. Shoot.
I don't know if you've heard about the leaks of the new Legend of Korra.
I did. Maybe left the trailer. What's this question?
Well, I know that they leaked a couple episodes of the new Legend of Korra, and I was wondering, I don't know, like if I want to spoil it for everybody.
No spoilers.
No spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
But
Spoiler alert.
an older previous characters in the new Legend of Korra. I was wondering if you had any input on that new character or him being in there.
I mean, I personally didn't have input. I know that they showed it, so
Yeah.
Zuko's coming back
Zuko.
as an older man,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not voicing it.
I know that, but did they ask you, whoever's voicing it, did they ask you, like, what would you feel like if he were to be...
No, they didn't ask me, but when they were casting it, they put in the breakdown, like, we need someone to sound like an old-ass Dante Basco. So, I'm interested to also see what that sounds like. Because I don't even know, I mean, because it's your own voice, and you don't know what your voice sounds like, you know, really. But obviously my voice is memorable to a certain degree that they want to still try to keep that intact. And
Probably like what they did with Iroh.
yeah, and I couldn't come back to do old Zuko because I was doing Iroh.
Yeah.
So we'll see, we're gonna find out together. Awesome.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Did you cut or someone was holding your arm? I'm just teasing. Hello.
Do you think they're gonna make another Avatar movie? Game?
A game?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe. I mean, I remember voicing all the stuff for the original game, for Nintendo and for stuff like that, but I'm not sure. You're talking about like a video game, right?
Yeah.
Not that I know of right now, but they might do a Korra game.
Awesome.
I'm sure they will sooner or later. Thank you.
Thank you.
mine's kind of like a two-part question.
Two-part, go ahead.
So what's it like working with Mike and Brian? And what about like other voicers? Like I guess who would you say is your favorite person to work with on the Legend of Korra as well as the Avatar like cast?
Okay, so first part, what's it like to work with Mike and Brian? Mike and Brian are the two guys that created Avatar, for the people that don't know that.
Right.
Which they're awesome guys. Very, very cool dudes, super bright, intelligent, and amazing just artists. Working with them is great because they're so collaborative and they're so just, this is not how a lot of creative producers always are. They're just open, like we have lunch. We probably have lunch every few months, even after the show's ended, just because we became friends. So I just like love those guys. Beyond that, when you meet Mike and Brian, really Mike is Aang. Mike is Aang and Brian Zuko. Like that's kind of their relationship. And even like during Halloween, the first time we were together during Halloween, they dressed up as it. So Mike, he actually is bald-headed, so he came dressed up as Aang. And then there's pictures of Brian that he's dressed like, he like drew himself as Zuko, and it's awesome. So that's them.
That's awesome.
And then as far as who my favorite people to work with?
Yeah. So like I guess maybe you can tell about the voice actor's name as well as like what character they voiced.
Yeah. Well, I always loved, like May is a good buddy of mine. May and Jack, we did the whole first show together, and so working with them, I mean the whole cast is special to me.
Yeah.
May and Jack, Mako, all of them were amazing because we all became really good friends, and Mako has been a friend of mine for years. So just working with them was great, but it was my first chance working with Grey Delisle, playing Azula. Crazy. She's amazing. Hopefully she can make it down to a convention down there.
Yeah.
She's so crazy. I mean, first of all, she's beautiful, and she's sexy, and I always tell girls, like, she has the sexiest voice, for sure, to me. But then, like, in the booth, she's crazy. Like, she'll say just the craziest
So
stuff.
her personality fits her character.
Yes, definitely. And then on the new show, when I started doing that, all those cats are cool. I kind of felt like, one of the old school kids hanging out with the new kids, And I got to know Janet Barney real well, so we've done a few conventions together, and I love Barney. So hanging out with her is cool, and she's so funny. She's also a comedian, like improv comedian, so she's just super funny and witty. But also David Faustino, I've known Faustino for years. We kind of grew up as young kids in Hollywood together in the same time. And this is back in the day when Faustino was on Married with Children, right? So he was super famous when we were kids. And he had a hip-hop club called Ballistics. So we reminisce about days hanging out there. And then when I did my first episode of Legend of Korra, I was like, yo, Faustino, I just got invited to this party tonight. Want to go? And so me and him, that night, he rode with me to a party at this place called Levi's House, which is like Levi's Jeans House. Is kind of like couture house that they have in LA on Sunset Boulevard. It's like a private house that you kind of just, I don't know, it's like cool, like, I don't know, celebrities can go there, they just give them free clothes and stuff. It's kind of fun. So we went to this house for a house party, and it was literally a house party, right? And Snoop Dogg was DJing.
Oh, dang.
So it was like me and Faustino hanging out old school days, kicking it, having a few drinks, listening to Snoop Dogg, and hanging out at Levi's house. So that's kind of fun.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, similar to this two-part.
Yep.
I gotta ask, before the creation of Avatar,
Speaking of the mic, I can't hear you.
sorry, I got a question. Before the creations of Avatar, when they were starting to do the voice acting, who was the original character you wanted to try out for?
Before it came out?
Yeah.
I mean, I only read for Zuko, so I didn't, we didn't even see artwork for a long time. There was like just the words, like there's this kid, and the thing about it is, when I first got the part, I didn't know it was going to be good at all. Not that I didn't think it was going to be good, it was just that it's very weird because I'm doing American Dragon at the time, and then I get these sides, are like scenes for this new project that they're considering you for, right? So I go over to Nickelodeon, and if you remember Nickelodeon back in the day before Avatar, it's like straight up, it's like, it was like SpongeBob. It's like a big statue of SpongeBob. There was like big portraits of Cat Dog, Dog
yeah.
Cat got like half dog, half cat, that one. And then Nickelodeon, the building in Burbank, it's all white and has like green slime on it, right? Like that's Nickelodeon. And then, they give me these scenes for this obviously anime-inspired, epic, like Asian, like martial arts, like adventure, and I'm like, this ain't Nickelodeon.
This ain't
I'm like, this ain't gonna work. This ain't SpongeBob, So I really didn't think much of it at first. I thought I was just gonna be a bad guy, and I thought it was cool because I'm like, I'm playing Jake Long on Disney to be on Nickelodeon and play a bad guy. That should be cool. So I really didn't see anything. It wasn't even until later on that I even realized how cool the whole project became, or was. I didn't have the foresight. I was just a dumb actor going in there and acting. But in hindsight, I'm so glad I got to play Zuko because he's become one of my favorite characters. I've got to play my whole career, whether in front of the camera, in front of a microphone, or whatever.
Okay, and when you first started, who was the first character you ever signed for?
What?
Who was the first character you ever actually tried out for? Like when you very first started.
When I first started acting, like a long time ago, I don't know. I think I booked my first audition. It was actually for this TV show back in the 80s called The Wizard. And so I booked that, but it was just like this role I was playing. I actually played a Native American kid. But I think when I first started acting, what made me become an actor, what I wanted to act, was probably, ironically, Zuko from Danny Zuko from Greece, John Travolta. Because I grew up watching Grease like all the time and doing Go Grease Lightning and all that stuff. So I think Danny Zuko is like my first inspiration to act, for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
See, I'm gonna
Hey,
try to
Casey.
raise- Hi.
Spelled weird.
Yes, spelled weird. My question for you is, were you able to see the character of Zuko before you auditioned for it? Like, did you get to see what he was going to look like before you voiced it, or did they?
No, I actually didn't really have any artwork at all. At the beginning when we were recording for first, they had like cameras in the room to kind of just see what we were doing. I think I don't know how they did it, but I didn't see artwork for a while. Probably halfway through the first season. So really my memory, and still my memory to this day, really of Zuko and Katara and Sokka are really May and Jack, and like acting in the room with those guys, and Mako. So it's kind of weird, as I go, I didn't even watch the whole series till like probably 2 years after it came out.
Really?
Yeah, so like my whole feeling about the series is, because the story is so amazing, but my feeling is really about those cats and those hanging out with those guys.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Thank